You want to support Roland Martin Unfiltered? Be sure to join our Bring the Funk fan club. Every dollar that you give to us supports our daily digital show. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real as Roland Martin Unfiltered. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered daily digital show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. You can make this possible.
Folks, I got this story here. You know, I don't care much about this Eddie Munster-looking fool, but Florida Congressman Matthew Gaetz is not having a good week. His dear friend, Joe Greenberg, is expected to take a plea deal, and that deal could have him become a cooperating witness against Gaetz, who is accused of having sex with, no, first of all, let's be real clear, y'all. He's not having sex. He's not accused of having sex with underage girls. That's rape. That's what that is. And so the conversation about the deal happened during Greenberg's court hearing Thursday. Greenberg pled not guilty to all charges, including robbery of a government official. The judge set a May 15th deadline for the two sides to reach a deal. Greenberg's attorney hinted that he is willing to cooperate with investigators on Gaetz' case. Today, the House Ethics Committee announced it opened an ethics probe into allegations of sexual misconduct against Republican congressman from Florida. I'm not at all concerned and bothered by any of this happening to Matt Gaetz, Johanna. He is absolutely worth being scrutinized because he is one of the most despicable people in Congress.
Well, what's interesting about this is the hypocrisy, right? What the party stands for, and to see over the years how many of their members have fallen to issues around sexual misconduct, rape and incest, and you name it. So if you're going to have a party that is for certain morals and certain values, you need to be consistent. You cannot be against abortion, but yet you're raping children in essence, because you're not an adult until you're 18. The last time I checked in this country. So we need to be consistent. We need to stop with the hypocrisy. We need to address challenges impacting this nation from a place of compassion and sympathy and empathy, and instead of being this hypocrite that many of our politicians are, and I hate to say it, Republicans and Democrats in this case.
Rob?
Yeah, when people talk about cancel culture, if this is what they mean, he needs to be canceled. We need to cancel people that are raping kids, people that are actually sex trafficking, people like Matt Gaetz should be canceled because it's called accountability. You do something wrong, you're supposed to be held accountable. That's not being canceled. That's how it's supposed to work. But apparently, if you're a Republican, people are just trying to cancel you. The people are just against you. People are just mean. People are against men. No, people are against raping kids. I mean, it's not that difficult. He should be held accountable. He has no business in Congress. He has no business being a dog catcher. He has no business being anything but behind bars. That's where he should be.
Michael?
Oh, you know I love this, Roland. Sugar Daddy Matt Gaetz is in some big trouble. And his dumb ass allegedly was sending money through Cash App. Okay, so, I sit back, and I told you before, we talked about this last Friday, this is the chickens coming home to roost. There's going to be a lot more of them. He ain't the only one. But I remember all these QAnon people talking about Donald Trump is cutting down on sex trafficking and child sex trafficking, all this stuff. Is this what they were talking about? This started under the William Barr administration. I mean, under Attorney General William Barr, this investigation. Is this what they were talking about? So you have this taking place. Then you have him. He hired this public relations firm. And I find it interesting. I think a lot of times, when you hit with charges like this, then you have to go file a public relations firm. At the same time, you don't have a lot of Republicans stepping up to defend Matt Gaetz.
No.
I mean, you got a few. You got a few like crazy ass Jim Jordan, and you got Marjorie.
You had to bring
Taylor
up
Greene.
Ohio, man.
Yeah, Marjorie. You got Marjorie Taylor Greene. These are some of the dumbest people in the House of Representatives for Republicans. This is who is defending him. Okay, I don't think yet Donald Trump has put out a statement defending Matt Gaetz. Has he put one out? I ain't see one yesterday, so I don't think he's put one out yet. And Gaetz is one of the biggest Trump defenders. So this is karma, but at the same time, I think we may find out. If you find out that there was some drug usage he was doing, then that makes sense, because I told you last Friday, half the time I hear Matt Gaetz, he sounds like he's on drugs. He makes no sense whatsoever. So, hey, I'm all for this.
Hey, but that would be consistent with most of the Republican Party at this point. So you really couldn't tell the difference. So because I mean they engage in conspiracy theories and just crazy talk right now. This is nothing about like the Republican Party, which I don't agree with a lot of the philosophies of the Republican Party. But this right now is not about being conservative. This is just pure crazy. This is just in a weird world. This is where they are
loyalists. These are Trump grifter loyalists. And at the same time,
but you got people like Marjorie, the person you mentioned, right? The person you mentioned,
Taylor Greene.
She's raising she's raising a ton of money. Like there is a huge market for this right now. People want they want to believe this stuff.
Speaking of money,
look. Bottom line is this real simple, and that is this here. Matt Gaetz keeps running his mouth all day. Guess what? You're gonna have to deal with this here, and if your boy flipped, that means he's got some stuff on you. And even the attorney stated, Greenberg's attorney stated, he said, Gaetz is probably not having a good day. That means he's got some stuff for him.
All right, folks, back to that Roland Martin Unfiltered video in just one moment.
It's time to be smart. When we control our institutions, we win. This is the most important news show on television of any racial background. Y'all put $2, $3, $4, $5, $10, $15, $20, $30 on this and keep this going. What you've done, Roland, since this crisis came out in full bloom. Anybody watching this, tell your friends. Go back and look at the last 2 weeks, especially of Roland Martin Unfiltered. I mean, hell, go back and look at the last 2 days. You've had sitting United States senators today, Klobuchar and Harris. Whatever you have, you can bring to Roland Martin Unfiltered to support it, please do, because this information may literally save your life.
Watch Roland Martin Unfiltered daily at 6 p.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, or Periscope, or go to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered Daily Digital Show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. Our goal is to get 20,000 of our fans contributing $50 each for the whole year. You can make this possible. RolandMartinUnfiltered.com.